What is digestion? Digestion is the process by which the body breaks down food into smaller, simpler substances that the body can absorb and use for energy, growth, and repair. In other words, it's how your body turns the food you eat into fuel and nutrients your cells can actually use. Types of digestion. There are two main types. Mechanical digestion. What it is: physically breaking food into smaller pieces. Examples: chewing food in the mouth, churning and mixing food in the stomach. Purpose: makes it easier for enzymes to work on food. Chemical digestion. What it is: breaking down large molecules in food into smaller molecules using enzymes and chemicals. Examples: saliva breaking starch into sugar, stomach acid and enzymes breaking proteins into amino acids, bile breaking fats into smaller droplets. Why digestion is important: provides energy for the body to move, think, and grow. Supplies nutrients for repairing tissues and maintaining organs. Helps the body remove waste it doesn't need. Chewing right-pointing arrow breaks food into smaller pieces, mechanical digestion. Saliva with amylase right-pointing arrow starts breaking down starches into sugars, chemical digestion. Bolus formation right-pointing arrow food is soft and slippery, ready to travel down the esophagus. The esophagus, a food highway. The esophagus is a muscular tube that connects the mouth to the stomach. Function: it moves food from the throat to the stomach. How it works: muscles in the esophagus contract in waves, called peristalsis, to push food downward. A flap called the epiglottis ensures food goes into the esophagus, not the windpipe. Summary: the esophagus is like a highway that safely delivers swallowed food to the stomach. The stomach, acids and churning. The stomach is a muscular sac that stores food and continues digestion. Mechanical digestion. Muscles churn and mix food to break it into smaller pieces. Chemical digestion. Gastric juices, acid plus enzymes, break down proteins into smaller molecules. The result is a semi-liquid mixture called chyme, ready to move to the small intestine. Summary: the stomach mixes, churns, and chemically breaks down food into a form the body can absorb. The liver and pancreas, essential digestive helpers. 1. Liver produces bile, a greenish fluid that helps break down fats into smaller droplets. Bile is stored in the gallbladder and released into the small intestine when needed. Also helps detoxify substances and store nutrients. 2. Pancreas produces digestive enzymes for the small intestine. Amylase right-pointing arrow breaks down starch. Lipase right-pointing arrow breaks down fats. Proteases right-pointing arrow break down proteins. Produces bicarbonate, which neutralizes stomach acid entering the small intestine. The small intestine, nutrient absorption. The small intestine is a long, narrow tube where most digestion and nutrient absorption happens. How it works: enzymes from the pancreas and bile from the liver continue breaking down food. Tiny finger-like projections called villi, and even smaller microvilli, absorb nutrients like sugars, amino acids, and fatty acids into the bloodstream. Purpose: delivers nutrients to the body for energy, growth, and repair. The large intestine, your body's waste manager. The large intestine, colon, is the final part of the digestive system. Main functions: absorbs water and minerals from leftover food. Forms and stores feces, solid waste. Hosts helpful bacteria that break down some remaining food. Waste is eventually pushed into the rectum and eliminated through the anus. Healthy digestion tips: eat a balanced diet. Include fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. These foods provide fiber, vitamins, and minerals that help digestion. Drink plenty of water. Water helps break down food and keeps waste moving smoothly through the intestines. Chew your food properly. Chewing thoroughly helps your stomach and enzymes do their job better. Eat on a schedule. Try regular meal times. Skipping meals can slow digestion or cause bloating. Exercise regularly. Physical activity stimulates the digestive tract and reduces constipation. Limit junk food and sugary drinks. Too much fast food or soda can upset digestion and lead to problems like bloating or heartburn. Manage stress. Stress can affect digestion. Try relaxation techniques, like deep breathing or light exercise. Listen to your body. Don't ignore signs like persistent stomach pain, bloating, or irregular bowel movements. The 90% rule in digestion. The 90% rule refers to the idea that about 90% of the nutrients in the food we eat are absorbed in the small intestine. This includes carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. The remaining 10% of undigested food moves to the large intestine, where water is absorbed and the leftover is formed into feces. Why it matters. The small intestine is the main site for nutrient absorption because it has villi and microvilli, which greatly increase the surface area. If digestion or absorption isn't working properly, the body doesn't get enough nutrients, even if you eat enough food.